It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Midday Show. Now, I got a special surprise for you.
At least you didn't say you had a bone to pick with me. That's normally how you start off.
Well, I do have a bone to pick.
Of course you do.
Because you yell and you scream and then you throw
Plank,
yourself on the floor and you plank.
Kickbox.
Me and Karen were dying over here.
And I can plank in these shoes?
What is this? No, and then I took my cup of coffee. I was going to put it on your head. I thought you were like a table.
I thought it was kind of cool I could plank in these.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
You know, workplace workouts.
I think for the fountain of youth going backwards. Unbelievable. But I had a question for you, and now you made me forget. Oh, are we sending the crew out all over the place so that they can test our new apparatus?
Yes, we just have to let Andrew set up, and then we're going to send him out.
And then Andrew's going out?
Andrew's got to go out. He's the only one that has to use it.
Are they going to V-mix in to let us know how they're doing?
That's the plan. We'll see if they get out of here soon enough or not.
Okay, that's good stuff.
If not, well, happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to the Midday Show. Thursdays here at the studio are crazy busy. We roll right from the morning show to make Sue Kostick. Today was all about responsibility, and I couldn't even find her slides, but I found them. About
You're
taking
so responsible.
Exactly, which was kind of funny. About taking responsibility. Then Nanette, Align Mind Body, was at 11:30. And that was where we had planks and breath work. And I said to her, "Are you always this calm?" I follow her on social media. And she's always like, at peace, just like you saw her here today. She said pretty much, except when it gets personal. But other than that, she said she's always calm.
When it gets personal?
Family.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Family will definitely get you rocking and rolling. But today we've got the Circle of Three, the Full Circle Networking Power of Three joining us. We've got Michael, Karina, and Stephen joining us. The next event at Ford's Garage, and I have to tell them what happened this morning for our meeting. It is next Friday, so you're going to join us. You're going to hear all about this. It's at 11:30. You need to be early. Early, and when Karina says early, like earlier than Karina
like
tells you need
tomorrow.
to be early, because you need to get a seat. You need to get a great seat. You need to network beforehand. It's an amazing event. They're going to fill you in on what's happening. We're here tonight. We've got new shows happening, more shows happening. Russ is here. Lights in the Night's coming back. Yeah. All kinds of things.
Yeah, and not only that, but Ford's Restaurant, they're opening up a new one in Boynton Boulevard.
He said within
Boynton
the next
Beach.
year or two.
No, he says it's going to be sooner than that.
Okay.
And then he told me where it was. And I went up there to see if they were there. And that store is empty. So they are going to be there. So when they open, guys, let's get to the grand opening. And have like a mega bash there and bring in everybody. Because Boynton Beach right now was voted #1 in Florida, the fastest growing city in Florida going on right now. And there's some other surprises I have for you.
Yeah?
Wait till you see Lucky today. She's going to fill you in.
All right, so we've got a couple of cool events. You like horror movies? I'm not a big horror film person, but no. I possessed the creators, script writers, the producers, the actors, the directors were all in here the other day spotlighting this movie, and there is a special showing at the Paragon Ridge Theater on Sunday at 6:30. Sunday and Monday at 6:30. So check this out. Freddie is a huge horror buff. He's a huge movie buff, and he managed to get the actors, the creators. It's a film made in Florida with our locals. So definitely going out and check that out. We've got the QR code we can put on the TV for you to join us there. I'm going to be there. I'm actually going to go to a horror movie because
I plan on being there unless I am up at JoJo's putting the equipment in.
But I can't believe Paragon Pine Island Ridge movie theater is still there. That was like the movie theater that's been there since I was growing up, which is crazy, insane. So we're going to be there. Carl will be there, Tammy, and maybe Javi. We'll see.
They'll all be there. They texted me this morning. It says, the demon you run from is the one inside of you. It's a great indie film. I went to see it. I was shocked at how good this thing came out. And I asked them to come in, and they came in. It was a lot of fun.
So that was pretty cool. And save the date. We've got our Amp Media Futures Segundo de Mayo. Cinco Segundo de Mayo event happening on May 2nd. It's about giving back to our community, supporting the community, and supporting the interns. We call them producers right here at the studio. They're working really, really hard. It's hard to believe we're like at 29 days away.
That's what Karen said.
It's, 4 weeks from tomorrow. Which is crazy that we're already here, but sponsorship opportunities are available, and the beautiful thing about that is that we are a 501c3 non-for-profit, so all sponsorships are tax deductible. So Brianna knows that firsthand, and she actually got our first platinum sponsor, so a huge thank you to that. They were happy to give back and happy to get the tax deduction, so it's a win-win for everybody.
And we're going to be playing stickball. You guys remember stickball back in the day?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to play a new version of stickball with a wiffle ball and a wiffle ball bat, because I can't afford 1,200 Spaldings that'll get lost and what have you. So we're going to do wiffle ball, maybe even
Handball?
No, kickball, something. We're going to play it in the street. They never played in the street down here, so we're going to play it in the street, huh?
Kickball.
No, kickball or wiffle ball.
People from here have never played kickball in the street?
No, we don't play in the streets in Florida.
That's a New York, New Jersey thing.
In Florida, we go inside to the gymnasiums and we find safe spaces for our children to play, not the streets.
Yeah, the Bronx, the gymnasiums was the street.
Yeah, like no.
We're going to actually teach them how to play it, the three corners on the street. There used to be a thing where you used to hit it off the curb. Off the wall, we used to call it, but we used to use a wall because we kept missing the curb. You can't even do that in Florida. There's no curbs. There's no sidewalks.
So come on out and see what Freddie puts together. I just spoke to Danny from Heart to Heart, and she says she and Juan, they're going to try and clear their schedule, and they're going to be here. And a huge thank you, because we were at Heart to Heart on Saturday, and we met them at your event, was it the week before?
Yes.
Yep.
Or the day before?
And they
So
were
let's
the
bring
charity.
in the power of three, Full Circle Networking, Michael, Karina, and Steve. Because as we're walking out the door, I hear my name, or what I think is my name. Dawn, Dawn, what? And I turn around, she's like, come back in. They need a photographer in a week. And Andrew came out, he did beautiful work. And so thank you for that. And they were thrilled. Danny said, Andrew, they're very happy with the picture, so thank you for that. All right, let's bring them over. We have their camera up. Ford's Garage, Full Circle Networking, which is next Friday, a little bit earlier than usual because of the Easter holiday.
Oh,
So
I thought it was because of taxes.
we're not going to have those soon, so don't worry about it.
Well, we're going to have them this year, I can tell you
We're going to kick it to the
that.
curb for a little bit longer.
We want to try and get those donations in before taxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before people have to pay.
There you go.
All right, so welcome back.
Thank
A
you.
huge thank you for making that introduction. Your
Well,
event is-
when I heard them say right away, oh my God, we need a photographer, I was like, where's Dawn? And that's where I went running. And the most important thing is that business got done. Charity to charity, I mean, like, it's perfect. And thank you for the support for coming also, because there was a total of 15 people that came from the lunch to the walk, which was
Wow.
really cool. And it was their first introduction to the lunch, so that was awesome.
we had a whole team. We had 12 on our team, which was amazing.
But thank you.
So thank you. And for our crew, it was actually a challenge for Freddie, because I said, I'm going to do it. And I figured
It
I would
was
meet
not a
Andrew
challenge
there.
for Frank. She's always throwing me
Heather,
under the bus.
She's got her earphones in. She can't hear.
What's up?
He
It
says it
wasn't a
wasn't a
challenge.
challenge. He wasn't going to go with me because he wasn't going to get up that early. And Heather and Layla, shame guilted him into joining us as a team to do a team building exercise for the studio.
Perfect.
That's,
Perfect, right?
None of that is true.
Heather, did that happen?
I had planned to go all
Yes.
along. But-
You all did great, and thank you so much for the support.
But it was amazing. All right, tell us about the event. Your events are getting bigger and larger and more incredible every time.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is next Friday on the 11th, and our charity is going to be Children's Harbor. And I'm going to actually let Michael speak about it because his son is part of this project, and Full Circle is just helping, just pushing it up a little bit.
So again, we love giving back to the community.
that's why we do this, right? So every dollar that we bring in is going to go to charity. We make nothing on this. We say that all the time because we're growing so fast. I think we had 85 people at last month's, and before that it was 70. So we're growing. We want to get to break 100. We want to see us take over the entire restaurant. So with Children's Harbor, they actually, their need was an actual shelter. So my son, being in scouting, was working on his Eagle project. He worked with them to get this shelter built, and he's in need of benches and boxing equipment. So through what we're doing with Full Circle Networking, working with someone that actually regulars with us is Premier Martial Arts. They're actually donating all of the actual boxing equipment and boxing gear.
Yes.
And then we're actually going
And then whatever else we need, we'll fill it in
Yep,
with more
and then-
more gear.
And then we're going to actually work on getting those, as many benches as we can. They're not inexpensive. As I mentioned before, when we go to these charities to help kids, some kids are really in a bad place. And so we need to make sure the kind of things that we put in are going to be durable, because some of these kids just come from a place that's very negative, so they're lashing out. So the idea is to have them have their private harbor hangout where they can go to vent and not break walls, but instead, punch on the boxing gear and just have a place to kind of go and reset. So we're going to help with raising money to do that.
Are they an after-school organization? Are they
No,
home-based?
Children's Harbor is an organization that's taking in kids in the worst possible scenarios. These kids have not made it in the foster homes. Some of these kids have been trafficked. Some of these kids have babies, kids having kids. And those by uncles or dads, and just the most horrific things you could think of. And we just want to support them. So they're group homes where the one thing that they also do is in the foster system, it's very hard to keep kids together.
The siblings.
So
they keep 'em all
so they have a setting for them to be able to keep the siblings together if they're not going to be able to go to one home.
Where are they located?
So their main campus is in West Pines, but we leave it vague like that because we don't want the.
But it's a Broward organization.
It is,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
Which is beautiful. Oh, tell us how people get involved, Steve, and why do you guys support a foundation as well as networking? Because that is what people are loving, that you can have lunch, network, and then give back.
So to us, it's really important because, well, we started this, actually Karina started this more than a dozen years ago, okay?
Don't tell my age.
He said only a dozen.
No, more than a dozen.
He said a
It's longer
dozen.
than that. But she started it in Weston primarily, and it was called the Power Lunch at the time, and then when COVID hit, we shut everything down.
2008.
Then Michael came to us, and Michael said, listen, we need to start it back up again, and we said, we're only going to start it back up if you're involved with us, okay? Because it takes a lot of work. And the concept that we have is bringing in business professionals where they can network, interact, mingle with each other, and where they can also give back without really consciously giving back to a charity. All the funds that we raise throughout the lunch, it's $32 for the lunch. So we pay for the lunch. Everything that exceeds that amount goes towards the charities that we have for either that month or that quarter or whatever. And what we also do, which is really interesting, we did it last night. We actually were giving back to West Care, which is the Village South in Miramar.
Which was our January and February charity.
They help women that are either have alcohol abuse, drug abuse, some sort of addiction, but they keep the kids together. Well, we offered to donate Easter baskets to them. So last night we had our first stage of putting the Easter baskets together, and we put 30 baskets together last night.
Wow.
And it wasn't us putting it together. It was everybody that comes to our lunch. We asked them to come out, and we had about 25 to 30 people that
Yeah.
showed up
Yeah.
last night at
Amazing.
Ford's Garage. So, they're great over there. They give us the space. So for us, it's always been very big on working with charities or kids within the organizations. I used to work primarily with Special Olympics. I used to be with them as their fund development, on their fund development side. Karina was my chair, and anything to do with kids, special needs, has always been very, very close to us.
But
That's
now we're
incredible.
bringing the elderly space as well.
Yes.
And
How
we
much-
love bringing people in. Like, we want you to come and do the work, right? Not just not just eat, but like that's why we had the gathering last night. So it was like a
Yes.
happy hour where we built the baskets.
Yes.
We've done things with the Ideal Foundation where we went in and
Team
made candles
building.
and team building. So we're always about trying to create extra events for people to come to.
We want to show them where their money goes to.
Well, so my question is, how much typically do you raise in a month that goes back to the foundation?
It always depends on the amount of people that we
Right.
have that come to it. So, I mean, we
minimum
typically.
minimum
Yeah, I was
500
gonna say
At
minimum
least 500. But again, as we grow, more money is going to the charity.
or whatever their needs are.
Right.
that's-
Remember, like not every charity asks for a check.
Right.
Some charities, like for example, Children's Harbor, they need 12 benches at $400 a piece. We'll
Wow.
raise as much as we can.
Right.
Right. We're not going to be able to get to that whole goal, but we'll do our best. We were able to. We had to do 2 months just to get enough money to do the baskets for
Yep.
the kids.
Well, the baskets, I wanted them on steroids, so
Well, think about it.
they're
Those
really
kids are-
heavy.
right, but those kids are in a worse kind of situation. Their own parents
Are
are going through some sort of addiction or mental abuse, and so they're not at home. They're not getting that same kind of love and treatment. So we wanted to make sure that, and also they wanted them to be age and gender specific. So like, if you're a 14-year-old, you don't want a baby item, right?
want a
Maybe
coloring
we're going to
book.
get you some headphones, something that's going
Yeah.
to make them feel like this wasn't just an afterthought. It was.
But also in
specifically
the
a good
baskets, the moms are getting things too, so
thing. Yeah.
everyone gets everything.
It's
Well,
such a gift.
I know that it works because all week people have been talking to me about last Friday when we were there, about putting a small section that we put together. It's just been on and on and on. And we do remotes in a lot of different places, but it happens to be that yours is the one that they're talking about because they're pointing out the fact that you're reaching so many different people.
And all different counties.
That's right.
It's
And you're
from all
reaching
over.
enough people that say they want to be part of it. How do they become part of it? And so we give out the website and everything else.
Yeah, and it's
Except-
once a month, right? So we have people coming from Port St. Lucie and Miami, Kendall. So, I mean, when it's only once a month, it's not hard to drive an extra 30 minutes.
So because of you guys, and the last time we were out here, you asked us about a website and everything, and literally the next day I started assembling the website. So we do have a website right now. We also have a QR code. If you want to look at the QR code, it's actually right over here. On the QR code, it takes you to the website. It takes you to the current flyer. You can scan the flyer off the computer, register for the lunch, and come out and join us. But you're also going to start seeing past images of what was happening in our past lunches as well. So because of you guys, we now have the website up and running.
Right away.
People, we had a meeting this morning that we almost forgot about, but we got here.
I was here. You weren't here. You want to go with him?
But they were all talking about, they were watching the piece that we put together from your event and how touched they were. They're a vocational rehab company, and they place different students with different learning abilities and vocational abilities. So they were interviewing us to see if we would take one of their members. And they said they had looked at the piece from Ford's Garage, and they were so touched by the fact of who we interviewed, of the three of you, and of sensibility, and of Bonnie, and I think we had Lexi on last
Yep,
time.
you did.
That we really walk the walk of what we say we do, but we truly do. And those are the people that we love, that we can surround ourselves with, and you help support what we do. So thank you for all of that, and thank you for bringing us into, as AMP and the foundation, part of your fold.
So I know that they're going to be an actual sponsor that we're going to actually your charity is going to be one of our months that over
In
the
the
summer. And so we're excited for that. But before we get there,
Sorry.
yeah, so you talk about sponsorships, and we're excited. We're going to sponsor you guys here. So
Wow.
we're going to jump in and do a silver sponsorship. Is that
Wow,
okay?
thank you so much.
Yes.
You're welcome.
That's amazing. I feel like we need a bell ringing.
This one right there.
Thank you. Wow.
And it's
Thank you,
red.
Thank you. That's incredible.
The bell might go home with her. 'cause
Yes, it's red.
Wow, we are so grateful for that.
Of
And
course.
you're sponsoring, and you're working with the foundation over the summer.
Yes.
I know, so we can actually get a real barbecue.
Yes.
And ways to feed the crew. And people come in and we say food insecurity, and it's a word that you hear it on the media. But we've got so many young people in here that every dollar goes to gas or to rent or books or whatever it is. So there'll be times that 2 pizzas don't feed them. We may need 4 pizzas. And then they don't want pizza every day, because who wants pizza every day? So a bag of chips is like sustenance. And if you could see the refrigerator open, like sometimes I think our refrigerator should give birth because you think it's going to change every time you open that door, but yet it only changes if Karen cleans it. But there's nothing else in the refrigerator. So thank you for all of that.
So besides giving you guys a big barbecue that his truck will bring, give us a wish list of like all the snacks that you all want here.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll put it out there and either we
Remember
buy
when you
it or
talk
they
to
bring it.
85 people, like that we could be like, hey, when you come today,
Bring
also bring
this.
XYZ.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Right?
can you
It's-
imagine?
Yes.
Yeah.
For
How
sure.
amazing
And
would
by the
that
way,
be?
I love cooking on grills. So if you guys let me, I'll make some meat
I'll get
steaks
you
and
the. I
ribs
got
for
the
you guys.
bib and the hat and the whole nine.
do
Yeah, let's
it.
have fun. Yeah,
do
that's
it.
gonna be great.
It would be so amazing, and I think it would just make them all so happy because I think that's the hardest thing is no one wants to admit that they're hungry, right? That's just
tough.
part of
It is tough.
it's
That's
tough
why-
to
can help
actually
feed them.
and
Yeah.
but we see it and we've got so many people in here that we just want to make their lives better and easier because they should be focusing on work or school or whatever they have to do to get their career, not focusing on gas money and food. Those are the things that as kids we
And-
hope can be have really helped and sustained.
And food today is just not cheap. And
Yeah.
then I tell people all the time, like, try to stay to the outside of the aisles. Try to stay on the outside of the aisles of the grocery store, but you can't afford to. So
That's true.
we get it.
It's true.
And we're
Orange
here to
juice,
help.
the price of oranges hasn't gone up, the bottle shrunk.
Didn't it? Trickery. That's what I said. I walked in, I'm like, no, it's still $7, but
Well, how much?
now it's like half the size.
Right.
How much air is in a bag of chips these days?
Oh my God.
Oh, too many. Like it's like this much in the bag, right?
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have to
no,
like
I-
squeeze it and
I stopped
see how
buying bags
far
of
is
chips.
it.
That's crazy, but I want everyone to know this is not your full-time job. Full
No.
Circle Networking is not. You have 3 separate businesses, so let's share what you each do, and maybe people need your services.
Okay, so I will start. So, hi everybody. I'm Karina Cristancho, also known as Flower Power. So I always have the flower. I took over my mom's health and life insurance agency, and from long-term care, Medicare, disability, IULs, whole life, private, marketplace, eyes, nose, ears. I just make the whole insurance process really fun and safe and easy. I make it easy. No stress. And I have a lot of fun. And now my mom can be with my dad. Yes.
Amazing.
Go ahead.
Michael Ross, I'm the payroll champ. So it's powered by Heartland Payroll, and we work with small, medium businesses from 1 to 500 employees, and we help them with retention and human resources and payroll.
And I currently I'm working with Blues Brothers Roofing. I know roofing is not glamorous or sexy in any way,
We can make it sexy.
It's more sexy than payroll. Come on.
but our whole goal is to give you a customer experience. We do mostly residential roofing from Central Broward all the way through Palm Beach County. Business has been really good. It's been really busy. Insurance companies are causing a lot of problems for homeowners these
Not me.
days. Not you, no. Home insurance, not health insurance, okay? So, yeah, so if anybody does need a roof, or if anybody's looking to get a quote on a roof, let us know, let me know. We'll take good care of you. Our goal is to give you a 5-star experience from the very beginning to the very end of the project. And if we're not doing it, then we'll take care of it and fix it for you.
So Blues Brothers, LKC, Legacy Insurance, and Heart.
Let me ask you a question about roofing. I'm seeing a lot more of those flat metal roofs.
Yep.
What are the benefits? What are pros and cons?
That's actually a really good question. So metal roofs, they're non-porous, so water doesn't penetrate them like concrete. Water will get in between them. Wind will also get underneath concrete tiles a lot easier. Metal roofs are probably the easiest to maintain because they're self-cleaning. When it rains, the water washes off the dirt. Concrete, you have to pressure clean on a regular basis. The wind speeds on a metal roof are a lot higher than on concrete tile, so you'll get more longevity out of it. Typically, a metal roof could last you anywhere from 40 to 50 years, if not
Wow.
longer.
Price point? Higher?
You'd be surprised, but they're within the same range. It's metal is, if you add a color to a metal roof, it's a little bit more expensive than a concrete tile, but it's all within the same range.
That's incredible. Have you
Well,
seen a lot
well,
of them?
Are you kidding? Now, I heard from my guru that we're going to have some bad weather. And there it is.
Yeah.
Some bad weather is going to be coming in the hurricane season. You're going to be real busy, my friend.
Well, you know what?
Unfortunately,
I hope
but
we're busy,
fortunate.
but not because of that reason, you know?
I know. But
Well,
it's
they're
good.
not going to come to my house because they already put the new roof on it, and
We
it's
did his.
amazing. So
We're good.
Did you put on a concrete or metal?
He's got shingles.
I had to go shingle, but that was a
Okay.
whole other situation.
Yeah.
That came down to an insurance situation where I have solar panels, and the insurance company said, if you want solar panels, you have to have shingle. You can't have the tile. And it
Interesting.
was one of those weird. But
It's
they did a
fine.
great job. I mean, they did. They gave me the premium quality. They don't sell you cheap garbage. That it was the. Best to explain, it was the double layment, the 25-year stuff. It was great, and it looks amazing.
I like the way he's selling it for me.
But it's really important.
Well, on your house, you want to start from the top.
Always
Where
from
you
the
are-
top
your
down.
top always has to go first. A lot of people do the inside and then
Yes,
they don't do the
no,
roof.
up
So
first.
That's a big
the number
mistake.
2 expense of your roof actually protects the number 1 expense of your house.
Yeah.
And people, they try to put Band-Aids on it and fix it because the price could be, but ultimately you could save the whole structure of your home.
Repairs are actually good to do, but again, as you said, they're technically, I call them temporary Band-Aids. They'll last you a couple of years, and then the same situation's gonna come up again.
All right, thank you. Amazing. And Karina, you do health
Health and life.
and life.
Yes.
Things are changing now in the political climate, or are you seeing differences of what's being
It's
offered?
been actually really, really crazy. Everyone thinks that because of open enrollment's done. I don't think it's ever done. But I think also getting out in the community and just talking to people and sharing and helping and getting being involved. We're completely organic, only by referrals. I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. Overworked, but happy. Like I really enjoy it.
And will you do individual policies?
Yes.
So if you needed
Individual.
insurance or me,
Yes.
separate.
So there's under 65, so that would be individual, marketplace, or private. And then over 65 would be Medicare. And there's so many different options, so it's very confusing. And then that's where I come in to make it really easy, very simple, and I make it a lot of fun. And it is a lot of fun.
She's like the captain of her ship. She knows how to navigate all through the channels.
And if I don't know something, I'll find out.
You
And
did
there's
life
even-
insurance,
there's
didn't
even
you?
for small businesses that they look for group healthcare, but they can't get it, or they can't figure it out. She has programs that can take literally one person that's a realtor and get them private group health insurance
Oh,
out
wow.
there. So there's a lot of things that she does that are unique to what the other people out there are doing.
I got to tell you, what I love about these three, I mean, you make fun that I wasn't going to go to the walk, but when I saw her there, I knew it was going to be okay. Seriously. Because they bring an energy. She is like a light bulb. Forget about it. And then you feel at home. You say, you know what? 5K, it ain't too bad. She's here and she's egging you on. You're going to do this and everything else. It's just like the event. When you're there, it's a giant party from moment of go
It's true.
to you leave. And the energy that you guys bring to any event is contagious, because all of a sudden, I hadn't seen my son in ages, and he was there, and he says to me, "This is pretty good." And you know Freddie. And he said to me, more events like this, they wish they had. And that's why it's growing. That's why everybody's noticing. That's why everybody wants to go to the next one and the next one and the next one, because you're contagious.
Yay.
Well, that's awesome.
You know what the unique thing is about our lunches that we do, is it's not one specific. Anybody, you can have
Everybody.
4 real estate people, 4 healthcare, 4 payroll, everybody.
matter.
It's
Yep.
all how you mesh with that person, and that's how you build your relationship. So it's not a unique one-off for everybody. Everybody's welcome.
And Michael, payroll, any size business?
1 to 500.
Okay, that's pretty
Yeah, so-
pretty comprehensive.
Yeah. I think that the big thing for me is it's the payroll stuff's the boring stuff, right? But if you're a small business owner right now, you're trying so hard to keep the people you have,
True.
and you don't want a lot of turnover, and there's just so many tools out there people aren't using. There's tax credits out there for hiring people. I try to help people get 401k to their employees without costing them money.
Wow.
So there's a lot of programs out there. So my goal is to not cost you more money, but actually give you a happier staff while you're doing it.
So you're
But-
more than payroll. You're really helping businesses save money and find ways
Oh, yeah.
create a
Again,
better
retention
workplace.
is such a big deal. It's cost you so much money to hire a new person. So if you're turning people over every 3 to 6 months, it's like spending an extra salary that you don't have.
True.
So,
it's-
Michael, when is your next seminar? Because if you got all that knowledge, man, you should have a room full of 100 businesses to explain the advantages of what you know.
So what I do is because I'm the technology, right? I'm the piece that pulls everything together. I actually have seminars that we do, but I'm not the one that speaks. I bring all my experts in, right? So I bring someone that's just going to talk specifically about human resources, just about 401k, just about healthcare. And so we go in and we say, how do we bring all these people to a room, and how do we work together to give you the things that I'm talking about? But no, it's we did one about 3 months ago. We'll probably do another one in October.
Okay.
Well, let us know.
Absolutely. We'll definitely
And if
be
you
there.
guys have commercials for your businesses, send those our way also. We can pop them into our commercial banks.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Yeah,
maybe you
perfect.
guys could do one for us.
Or we could do that too.
Do it.
Either way.
We should have done it when they were running. Did you notice that when you guys ran, right?
No,
Walked.
walked.
You walked, I mean, but
Run.
you walked, yes. I didn't see them. They were like, I saw them on the way back. I was still going in one direction.
Well, Dawn got the energy up and she just passed us and she ran.
We were like, bye.
And they all went by. Yeah.
Yeah, she did that to us too. We started out walking. Next thing I know, she's coming back the other way.
Yes.
But it's okay.
It's
Well,
okay.
listen, isn't it the sooner you finish, the sooner you get your coffee?
You know what happened? The sooner I finished, the more I got to network with the amazing vendors.
There you go.
Yeah.
And actually, one of the vendors, Lincoln Supplies.
Yes.
They do their durable medical equipment only for diabetes. They've had the 2 diabetes product. We had a client in yesterday
Yeah.
who cannot get a sensor that works. And she was on vacation one morning, didn't wake up, and her husband had to 911 because her sugar dropped so low. So I connected them last night.
Perfect.
And he's going to get her ready to get a sensor. So I was so grateful. And that's really what I wanted. I wanted to get to the vendors. And that, now I know why, because to make that connection, because she's having the hardest time
Yep.
getting that approved, which is just so not right on any level. Insurance, money, whatever it is, you cannot put a price on your life. When there's a sensor available, that can save your life when we have it. So that's her story. That she was supposed to be here today, but she got busy. So I was able to make that connection, which
That's
is so great
perfect.
because of you guys.
Yes.
We got there, and I got to meet Max, and then Max got to meet her in full circle.
And that's the power of 3. You just
that's
said
the
that,
power of
right?
3, right?
I just
Say that. That was
I go,
the
wait a
power.
minute, that was the power of 3 right there.
And that's what happens. I'm going to introduce them to Jason with Shrimp Tank also, because you have so many great people. I think I was talking to Steve about this, that you run through 80 people, and by the time you're all done, I'm thinking, I want to go meet that lady, and she's gone because I couldn't get from here to there fast enough, but then I don't know who she is. So I would love to introduce you. There's another app we're working with where your face is literally on your profile. So like, Karina, I know I met you. I want to call you. And I can actually reconnect with you because I know that I met you at this event.
So that's why we always ask people, please stay. Don't run right away after. Like, literally, plan the day to stay a little bit longer and create the magic. Take pictures at the photo booth. Get interviewed by you guys. Schedule. It's an ask of us. Please, it's a must. Schedule 3 1-to-1. There's no way you're going to meet the 80 people in there. If you meet those 3 people, it will be worth it. And there was a lot of business done last month.
I think it was the belly dancer I wanted to bring in for your birthday. I'll have to bring her in for something else.
You can
And,
bring
and,
her
and for the people
anybody's
that are
birthday.
coming, bring your business cards. Show up
Please.
with business cards.
Business
Yeah.
cards.
So many people today just don't bring them anymore, and I say, no. Bring the business cards. And not to just, don't be the one that just goes, here's my card, here's my card, here's my card. No. But bring them so when you start talking to somebody and you realize you want to connect, that's when you give the card out, right? So
And
you
you
don't
work
have to
with
have a million
really,
of them,
really
but-
great people. They're really great. I mean, Danny was a gem, easy to work with. And it was the kind of business that you and I used to do on a handshake. There was no contract. There was no back and forth, sign this, do this. It was literally, can I hire you? Yes. Here's payment. It was just like seamless, easy. You showed up, and it was the way business is really supposed to be. So thank you for taking us back to old school business because it was beautiful.
Awesome.
Really nice.
Makes me so happy.
All right. Can we put up the QR code again for their luncheon, please? There you go.
And it's early this month, April 11th.
Yes.
So it's coming up really soon.
All right. Save the date. QR code it. Register. Schedule it. Come back and see us.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you.
That's good stuff.
All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. You can see their faces on our crew, and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk, I'm eating.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
In a world where finding reliable and compassionate home care can be overwhelming, Sunshine Home Care Services stands as a beacon of hope. That's why we've partnered with professional nurses, physical rehabilitation centers, and medical offices to ensure their patients receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You know times are hard, and it's a long road between loving, working, and paying the bills. As the tension starts to grow, oh, that battle's getting close. The more I pick it up, the better I feel. Well, baby, I don't see how between the whiskey and my warm. Another argument, another fight between the whiskey and my warm. I gotta choose a whiskey all my life. I remember all those days we just threw our cares away and made love way down on the beach. Now every time I play on every single stage, seems the smiles go away from both of our faces. Well, baby, I don't see how far apart is driving you away from me. Between the whiskey and my warm, another argument, another fight. Between the whiskey and my warm, I gotta choose a whiskey all my life. Whiskey and my warm, another argument, another fight. Between the whiskey and my warm, I gotta choose a whiskey all my life.
Near present-day St. Augustine, Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon comes ashore on the Florida coast and claims the territory for the Spanish crown. Ponce de Leon is credited with the first recorded landing and the first detailed exploration of the Florida coast. The Spanish explorer was searching for the Fountain of Youth, a fabled water source that was said to bring eternal youth. Ponce de Leon named the peninsula he believed to be an island La Florida because his discovery came during the time of the Easter feast, or Pascua of Florida. Lacking sufficient funds to build a strong navy, the Continental Congress gives privateers permission to attack any and all British ships on April 3, 1776. In a bill signed by John Hancock, its president, and dated April 3, 1776, the Continental Congress issued instructions to the commanders of private ships or vessels of war, which shall have commissions of letters of marque and reprisal, authorizing them to make captures of British vessels and cargoes. The rise of the action-adventure blockbuster was on the horizon, but on April 3, 1978, the small-scale romantic comedy triumphs over the big-budget space extravaganza. At the 50th Annual Academy Awards, held at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in Los Angeles, Woody Allen's Annie Hall won the Oscar for Best Picture, beating out George Lucas' Star Wars.
Couple of things. CC's, I say it plurally because him and his wife, they sent me a rehearsal that CC had.
Nice.
And I was going to play it, but I didn't because I don't know if I have permission to. But apparently they're gearing up for something that they're going to be doing.
He's got some big gigs that are on the horizon.
Something's going on there, so more news on that as we find out. So I'll find out tonight if I can play it tomorrow. And this day in history, Michael, that was a nice job. You cleaned that up very well. Good stuff.
Nice job. I don't know where Brianna is or G-Man, but we have a new show that is starting tonight. Heather, what is the name of the new show? Soul Care with Lori Vassi, and it's brought to you by Sunshine Healthcare. Lori's incredible. I don't know if they have the piece. You guys have it? All right, I just want you to play the intro so you can get a sense of what's going to be happening tonight at 7:30.
We have it?
Yeah, let's roll it.
Welcome to Soul Care with your host, Lori Vassi, where healing meets the heart. This show dives into all things wellness, from holistic and spiritual healing to expert insights on health and self-care. Get ready for meaningful conversations, special guests, and inspiration for your journey to well-being. If you have any questions about home health care or want to continue the conversation, contact Lori today at 561-821-5811 or visit sunshinehomecareservices.com. Let's begin.
Wow. Wow. All right, you got to teach that. That's beautiful.
That came out. That came out really, really nice. That came out good, and the sound is unbelievable.
No, I think that's like the best AI voiceover site that I've found so far. All of them sound amazing.
It was an AI voiceover.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what we can come up with for that.
Okay.
And we had another local gentleman come in. They have an auto repair shop near the studio, and they are donating. I don't have confirmation, but the plan is they're donating a car to give away for somebody in need. So we'll get more information on that, which is just a tremendous opportunity and offering discounted car care services for our foundation, which is amazing. So a lot of great stuff happening.
And they came in yesterday, and they came back today, and I did confirm it. He says that he wants to work it out somehow.
And I heard it with my own ears.
Yeah, because you didn't believe me. They're going to give away a car to somebody in need during the May 2nd
the fundraiser
extravaganza we're having here.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
You know what that means? Next year when we do this, we're going to have to move to a larger location because they think we're going to have the power of 3. They're going to blast it out. So they think we could have way more than we had on the first one.
Power of 3 also made a donation to...
a silver donation level, which is absolutely so kind and generous. So thank you to all of them.
And I don't know where Brianna is, so we're going to announce that she picked up another donation as well, wherever she may be.
And she's working really hard on the OWL app.
Yeah, she had an owl call.
She's on an OWL call, OWWLL. So she is on a roll doing what she does. If you're looking to network, check out this app. Go to your app store. It's a free app, OWWLL, and it's all phone call based. It's not texting. You actually get to call somebody that you see if they're available for the call. Give them a call or wait until they're available. You can also send them a note to say you would like to connect with them and see where the conversation leads you to networking and business. You can take it off platform and make the connection. We are the first company, the first set of interns that have been working with OWL to bring everything in this beta testing that we're doing. So Jason has been so incredibly kind, and they're going to be here working with us as well on May 2nd.
We got to invite Jason with us to the event.
I'm going to send him this logo, yeah.
And tell him to be there because he could pick up 80 people right there, 80 companies to join on this thing. It's a great app. She knows how to work it, which is amazing. Brianna, she's had a spectrum of her own with this stuff. We also did a double shoot that G-Man and Company, she's not going to come out, right? It's just you? G-Man and Company, they shot something at the chocolate.
He set his own camera. Andrew's there. He can set you.
At the chocolate, what was that?
The Coffee and Chocolate Expo down in Miramar.
He has a bite on there, and he's going to introduce that as well. But I just want people to understand, because I've been asked this all week, we are going to do even more on the outside. She is back. On the outside, we are going to do more remotes and everything else. But the remotes take a lot of planning, and they take some action. And you got to be part of a conversation. We're not doing remotes because we have a lucky charm in our pocket. It takes a lot of work. We're refining what we do and how we do it. But please don't think that this is checkers, because it's not.
It's not a plug and play for sure.
It's not. It's not. It takes a little bit of planning. It takes a lot of frustration. You got to have the patience like Gato has. A lot of people won't do that. And it's a production that's being streamed here, streamed out, and hopefully in a couple of weeks, we'll be streaming in other places as well.
And actually, we're going to be working with City of Boca Raton 100th Centennial Anniversary. with Denise Forgetti and Taylor Morgan and putting some things together with Kind Diner Society as well as Savor Our City. So that's going to be coming December 6th. Some more information to happen with that. It sounds like it's far away, but it takes a long time to plan these things. So that's going to be a great event. She sent me the information yesterday.
And I'm waiting for Lucky to come in here because I think we're going to be working with the city of Boynton Beach as well.
Wow.
It's
ready to go?
You have it? Okay, but I want G-Man to introduce us. So why don't we introduce G-Man, Abraham?
Abraham.
I don't know him as Abraham. To me, he's always been G-Man. Abraham, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're about to see?
Good afternoon. What we're about to see, a little bit about what we're about to see is we were out there in Miramar, Florida, the place where I live. There was a career expo, not a career expo, it was a chocolate and coffee expo that they had over there. So we went to go and cover it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Schneider, shout out to Denny, shout out to Jade, you know, shout out to myself. So let's see a little bit of it, no?
That's very nice.
The power of opportunity. You know, we were at Fitzy and I found their brochure. I reached out to them and they couldn't have been nicer. And G-Man said Paul was great to work with.
Paul was amazing. Shout out to Paul.
And you didn't see any film of you on the catwalk, though. How come that got edited
Yeah,
out?
what happened to that?
Oh, yeah. That part.
G-Man, he was strutting his Brooklyn.
What
Cafe
happened
show best.
was they only got one video of me doing it. I didn't know. I was in the moment, so I just grabbed the mic and I just went crazy.
You've been known to do a lot of moments. You chase cars.
I do a lot of things.
Oh, so Gato, I have a new announcement. We're gonna do another 5K run.
Okay.
But this time we're gonna have Gato in a wheelchair.
stroller,
He wants you in a willy.
With the cameras. No, there's a reason. There's a reason. He's gonna be with these cameras. He's gonna have cameras on either side. You're gonna be taking pictures and video, and we are going to push you along so you could take moving pictures in this deal. Now, G-Man's going to start, and then somebody else will pick it up, and then somebody else will pick it up. I'll pick it up just to get you across the finish line.
We actually have a doctor who may want some of his surgeries edited from film.
Yeah.
That he takes with his GoPro. So he can use it as training and teaching material, which is a pretty amazing idea.
And I will guarantee you one thing. If we do this and we show it done, you'll get 50 orders. Because nobody's ever done anything like that. And the shots will be fantastic. I mean, you do them standing still fine. Can you imagine if you're doing the course, wearing a GoPro, and then you have your camera, forget about it. It's all over.
Cool
He gave me
things.
that idea yesterday. The
Amazing.
doctor, the GoPro.
G-Man, that was a great piece you put together.
Thank you.
Really nice. That was
And
a
Danny
great
didn't
expo.
want to come out. Apparently, Danny's behind the scene.
Okay, it was a great expo. All right, Brianna, before we wrap it up, you've got our first sponsor of the fundraiser of the foundation.
Yes, it's that time of year.
You're rocking and rolling. You are so busy.
I know. I feel like my head is going in circles, but at least it's all good things, right?
How's it going? What are you getting? Look, they found a rainbow and it's behind you.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm like an
She's
angel.
glowing.
Just radiating.
It's Find a Rainbow Day, and there it is.
Were you on the phone call for Owl?
Yes, I was, and it was a very successcul phone call. I'm super excited about
Let's
that.
talk about Owl a little bit.
Okay, so Owl is this new app where it's basically a virtual networking event where you can choose what time that you go live, and when you go live, people can see that you're active and call you with the intention of networking, whether it's someone who thinks that you could use their services, someone who would like to use yours, just like a way to make cold calling warmer. And this last call was actually with a woman entrepreneur, author, who wants to come down from North Carolina to be a guest on the show. She has a whole LinkedIn course. She teaches in universities. So I'm super excited about this last call. I hope she's actually able to take the trip down to Florida.
All right, you want to tell people how they can get the Owl app? It's a free app.
Yeah, free app from the Apple Store. Apple Store, Google Play Store, whatever device you have.
And Owl is OWWLL.
Yes.
Correct.
So that's the URL, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You would pay for credits, and you can also earn money as well. You set your rate. So whether it's $1 for 10 minutes, $5 for 30 minutes, you set your time and your rate.
What's your rate?
My rate for now is $1.
That's awesome, though, right? Because you're meeting great people.
Exactly. And now as I get more and more accustomed to the platform, maybe I'll up it.
Well, it's interesting because you heating up a cold call. I kind of like that.
Exactly. So it's like you're filtering out the people that are just like, who are you and why are you calling me? Like everyone who's calling you is already interested.
So
you know?
called her, and what do you say? Hi, I saw you on the Owl app, or you connect directly through the app?
Well, we connect through the app, so no one has your personal phone number, your personal information, unless you choose to give it to them. And she called me.
Wow.
So I guess it depends on your personality, how you start the conversation. She introduced herself by saying she's been on the app for a while and that she just wanted to say hi to me as a new Owl user. That's how the conversation started.
Wow.
But on Monday, I have another person in Miami who started his own record label, fresh, he seemed very young, probably about my age. He just started his own record label, signed his own artist. He'd like to come up to the studio on Monday.
Look at you rocking and rolling. Wow.
So Owl is pretty cool.
Very nice. Wow.
It's nice that you're learning how to use the app. I mean, we're supposed to be the test for this thing, right?
Right. We're the first group that's actually beta testing what he's having us do. So I think everything's in the production email, so you can access all of that. There's a few emails in there for you guys to access. Spreadsheets
yes.
and things, and so it's all there. So you maybe want to put that on your computer so you can access it from home.
Yes, that's what I've been logging everything in Jason's document.
Perfect. Wow.
Yes.
Nice job.
Very cool.
Oh, and we have a sponsor for the foundation.
Yes,
the fundraiser.
Revive Ide. So air filter to stop everyone from getting sick and allergies.
I want to get them for here.
Honestly, it's useful. I'm someone who, I can feel the season changes. I can feel the pollen and the dust and all of that, so I think it would be useful.
Because I buy high-quality air filters, the amount of people that come through here and all of the things to try to, so why not find out how theirs is different. They talked about it's like each one is like a plasma film, so somehow it keeps out allergens and maybe keeps the air smelling better. I want to find out. They're going to be here in 2 weeks, correct?
Yes, April 15th.
So they are the
coming
first,
out from New York and New Jersey.
The first platinum sponsor, so congratulations on that also.
Thank you.
Very cool. And then Karen also went out with Ponytail.
Who was Ponytail?
Sophia.
Sophia with a F.
How'd that go, Karen?
It was really good. We were able to just introduce ourselves, and we were able to give them information about our event. We did feel like there's a couple deals that are probably going to go through.
Nice.
And we also went to Publix. I talked to the manager there, and there's a way
You told me what I
a
need
beautiful way for us to grow in the community.
Were people receptive when you went in and said we were here to support the community?
Yeah, people, a lot of the managers weren't there because the restaurants were just opening up.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But they took the card, your business card, and they said they were going to pass it along to the manager.
Hey, listen, you had a good day today. Somebody's giving away a car.
Amazing. What an amazing day. You know, we work so hard in here, and I love when people say to me, so what else do you do? Do you do this? Is this your hobby? Is this your full time?
No, I play checkers. That's my hobby.
When people say that to me, and public people have said that to me this week, I'm thinking, we're here from 9 to 9. We're working at home until midnight. We've got things that people want on the weekends. This is what we do full time. This is not our hobby. We are here to make a difference and support the community through production, through media, through our producers, through our interns, through the local universities that we work with and build collaborations. Everything we do is about giving back and teaching and helping them.
I wanted to touch on today's business of the day. She couldn't come because I wanted to highlight Wildflower. I call her Doc. She doesn't like me calling her that, Carrie. Actually, she has a new diabetic tea that she has formulated and put together. This lady lowered my A1C from 9 down to 6.8 by drinking this tea. And now she has her own recipe of the tea. This is $30 for the bag. This is 24 teas that come in this bag. And I wanted to highlight this because this is a game changer.
Have you tried it?
I have not.
Hold it still.
I have not tried it. I didn't know they were going to do that. Listen, you want to hold it for me?
Wow, your nails look nice.
And the bottom line is this tea is available at her store. Yeah, I have a couple of bags here to sell as well. But this is a game changer because she tells me you can't drink too much of this because it will lower your sugar. And she gave me that shot, and you have to have something in case it goes too low. But I'm going to take this with me to my FAU doctors because I called them yesterday, and the guy that I gave the other bag to, he says, you got to be kidding me. There's an improvement. And I says, we're about to try, so we're going to be doing this. But Carrie, she has a great idea. This is unbelievable. These are 2 mixtures that she has. She's not here to explain what's in them, so I'm not going to attempt it. But this is going to have more news coming in the future as well.
Wildflower herbs and allergies. And because she works with patients with diabetes, and you know,
and she's a diabetic.
Foot problems with diabetes as one of the side effects of having diabetes. She got to meet the foot and ankle surgeon yesterday. And there's still so many times that Eastern medicine and Western medicine, not that they don't believe in each other, they just don't know about each other. So to make that connection, he was amazed and in awe of the holistic health opportunities that there are, because a lot of that is not taught in traditional standard medical school. It is now, but it was not back in the day.
It wasn't even talked about.
So it's a lot of things and new things to teach, and he was just amazed at what she offers.
Yeah, I took a copy of my bag to my doctor, and his mother was on diabetes, and when I saw him after 6 months, he hugged me. He says, you know, you changed my mother's life. Amazing. And I says, I didn't do anything. It's like you say, you still got to make the tea, you still got to drink the tea and everything else.
You got to do it.
But this helps. It really, really helps. And if you want more information, when she's in here, I'll make sure
She'll be in tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, so this is good stuff.
All right. Well, that's it.
Anything else?
Ready to wrap this up?
Do you think we cover everything?
I feel like it's like a cyclone that comes in for an hour and a half. We wrap it up, and then we keep on going.
May 2nd, don't forget, come on down. Let us know who you are. I don't know how, I think we have some singers. We may have something where people talk, because now we have 2 stages.
I'm hoping we get the Ruse in for the night, and maybe we can bring in Cece for the night and do a couple sets.
Well, I think that
I'm going to reach out to Spider Cherry also.
Spider Cherry is a mystery man.
Around.
He's around. The spider's den is spinning his web, as they say.
Let me reach out to him and see where he's
Good
at
stuff.
also.
It's been a good day.
All
good
right,
day
everyone.
So far.
Have a great afternoon. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Join us all day here. We've got some great shows. And then, of course, tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. We'll see you later.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.